Once again, I am back. It is Cutthroat Radio Podcast. I am your host. I have a special guest with me tonight, and she goes by the name of Jah, or you can call her better yet, Jah Hicks. Everybody from my neighborhood know her as Jah Hicks, and we're going to just call her Jah up here. She do her thing. She on the radio, big personality radio host. I got her in here for tonight to tell her story and give her interview. Yada. What's up with it, Jah?
Hey, what's up?
What's cracking?
I'm loving to be in the place, man. Looking real good up in this thing.
I appreciate that. First things first, let's have a toast.
For sure.
We in here. This ain't drink champs, but we in here doing our drink. You know what I mean?
Yes. Let me get my going.
And I want to get my other live real quick going as well. So I just basically got you in here, and I want you to tell your story. I see you moving mean out there. You got a lot of stuff going on. You a big personality host, radio host out there, and you wiggling.
Yeah.
Growing up in Vallejo as a Hicks, give us some experiences. Like, what did you go through? The triumphs, the tribulations, the good, the bad, the ugly, the sweet, the sour. Growing up as a Hicks and living under, I wouldn't say living under his name, but kind of like living under Mac Dre's name. You know what I mean? Like, tell us about that.
Right, for sure. So, growing up as a Hicks, first of all, I come from a really, really large family. My dad had 11 siblings, and definitely 11.
Wow.
And definitely my family is a staple in Vallejo.
Definitely.
My family has intertwined with pretty much everybody in Vallejo. And I say that by meaning I'm cousins of cousins of cousins, pretty much with everybody. Me and my brother is really related to pretty much everybody in Vallejo.
A lot. And to be honest, not to cut you off, I sneak in there some way, somehow in the family tree. So, it was only right for me to get you in here. So
absolutely. So with that being said, being that I come from a family where a lot of aunts and uncles, plenty cousins, and primarily I grew up in North Vallejo, College Park to be exact. So
okay. See in the house. Okay.
I went to North Vallejo school. So I was at Solano. I was at Wiedemann. I went to Dan Mini for a short period of time.
Okay.
And so as far as like school wise, growing up under like having Dre as my brother, not only that, I have an uncle too, Foster Hicks, and everybody knows my uncle.
Mr. Hicks. We're going to get to this. Mr. Hicks. Hogan High.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
So there ain't nobody who don't know Foster Hicks. My uncle was a counselor, basketball coach, baseball coach, teacher, principal. Like he is a staple of Vallejo as well. And I'm talking about from the OGs to the youngsters. They all know my uncle. So that's one piece of the puzzle as well. And then I have a cousin. A lot of folks know who Baby Rock is. And so he's a factor too in Vallejo. He like the hood Robin Hood. So he did some time for some things and had spread the wealth.
Jah, I don't want to cut you off.
Yes, all right.
Let me just run over here real quick. I'm gonna fix this camera. Just hold on.
For sure.
I'm coming right there. You guys stay there. This is a good one. Hold on. Let me just get this real quick. God damn it. Oh, he's spicy. She's spicy. Hold on. I got some spicy stuff here today. We rolling. All right, we rolling. Baby Rock. So you was talking about Baby Rock.
Yes.
Baby Rock is definitely a staple.
Yes.
Lord, Baby Rock.
He the hood Robin Hood, y'all.
Yeah, growing up, you had a lot of cousins and aunties and uncles that would, I guess, stay on your head or look out for you. Beside Baby Rock, who were some of them uncles and aunties that was out there in Vallejo?
So I got my Uncle Bernard. So he's a lot of children too around the crest, Little Bernard and Taekwon and all them. So I got my Uncle Bernard, Tyrone, they call him TY. Let's see, I got my Uncle Nana. Those are the main ones. And my Uncle Foster, he still stay on my line to this day. And I know I'm supposed to call you, Unc. So if even if you tapped in or anybody tapped in, I'm supposed to be calling him like today.
Where is Mr. Hicks at?
In the V.
He's still around. He retired though, huh?
He retired.
I remember some stuff with him at Hogan, man. With my cousin Choo Choo and PJ, and, all of that.
Yeah.
So I definitely had to run in with Foster Hicks over there.
And he'll see you and tell your story. He know the rundown. He done age, but he's still there mentally. As soon as he see you, he gonna tell your story.
Yeah, especially if he know you, like if he dealt with you personally. Oh, he gonna bring you to business.
Yeah.
So you grew up College Park. When Dre and them, I'm gonna kind of like use them for a timeline reference. When Dre and them had did the Super Sig mixtapes with shout out to Lil Bruce and them, as a matter of fact. When they was going back forth, where was you at in that point in time?
Okay, so I would put me probably around 4th or 5th grade. This was when the Ninos was cracking.
Right.
So I was going to the Ninos. And so this was around that time where, it was rough because my daddy was mixed into it too. And I'm a daddy's girl. I think everybody know that I'm the only girl of my dad. So I'm a daddy's girl. So I'm definitely sensitive about anybody saying shit, regardless of my dad. My daddy a street nigga.
Right.
For sure. 100. Right. My daddy was on dope. My daddy was pimping. My daddy was in the streets. Anybody that is in the streets and connected, no nani. He was out there like that. So, of course, that was something the nigga gonna see it on. You know what I'm saying? Drake, your daddy outside. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't like that. That didn't feel good to me to know it. But, it is what it is. So during that time, that was during the Nino's time. It made me feel some kind of way because he was talking about my brother. He was talking about my uncle. He was talking about my daddy. You know what I'm saying?
And did you have like a response? Like, was you rapping? Did you try to rap? Like, did you? Let's tell us about that. Tell us about that.
That was later though. That was in high school that I did the rap thing. So of course my brother inspired me to want to do that. So I ain't gonna lie, I had like a nigga mentality growing up, but that's like how we are, period, in Vallejo, though.
Right.
So I had a mentality. I was raised around primarily boys, and then I had nothing but men kind of in my ear, and then the women that I had, they were savages.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And you was in College Park, but did you come to the Crest around the time? Yeah. Because us growing up, we didn't really see you as much. You know what I mean? Because we was out there, cutting up.
Right.
We looked up to the Double R and all of that. You know what I mean? So when they was doing the transit, when they allegedly was convicted, or they was convicted of conspiracy to commit armed bank robbery.
Right.
When they went through all of that, where was you at that point in time? Like, I know you was just coming out of like
junior
into the high school.
Yep. So I was living in College Park at that time. So
with mom's dad, or like
I was with my mom. So let's go ahead and clarify that. So me and Drake, we got the same dad. We got different moms. My daddy got 3 different baby mamas. So we also have 2 little brothers. I don't know them so well, but me and Andre actually was close. We're 10 years apart.
Right.
So my dad made sure that he kept us connected, and he wanted to do that with the younger, but it didn't work out like that. The baby mama wasn't feeling that. So,
and that happens.
Yeah,
that definitely happens.
So, during that time, I was in junior high, and it was tragic because this is my big brother. You know what I'm saying? Right. This is my only brother, and I look up to him and everything. Yeah. So. I look forward to always seeing them and being around. And then I was I ain't gonna lie, in what was it? Elementary school. Elementary school was when I actually dealt with more hell than any. So this is when Dre was out. And so at this time, nobody believed that it was my brother, that Dre was my brother. I didn't see him as no big old celebrity as everybody else did.
Come on, give us the juicy story.
So, especially a lot of people from the Crest, I'm just going to keep it A1. A lot of people thought I was bullshitting because they didn't see me as a little kid, you know what I'm saying, growing up in the hood. So they're like, where'd she come from? Right. You Dre's sister? How? I don't know you.
A lot of us out there was like, Dre's sister.
Right. So I dealt with that from 4th grade to probably like, I would say 6th grade. And finally, Dada, rest in peace to Terrence Russ. Dada was the one who actually ended up talking to my brother. And so he came back and was like, that really is his sister. That really is. So he was the one that kind of, solidified it for everybody from the Crest. Like, yeah, that really is his sister.
Yeah, because Dre, I'm going to be honest, he didn't talk about his siblings like that.
No.
If any.
He kept us he kept us separate as I grew up, and he explained it. When I was rapping, he did not like it at all. He did not want me to do it. He'll let me get in the studio and stuff, but he kept his family very separate.
Private. Yeah, he did. Dre didn't even mention you until he was fresh out of the feds.
Right. Yeah.
When listening to all of the Super Sigs and all of that California living junk and all of that good stuff, them classics, he didn't mention nothing.
Nope.
He's worried about Chevy and hoes and all of that.
Exactly.
Having sex in a strange place.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So anyway, but back to you, because this is your story.
Right.
I'm referencing a lot of stuff because at the time when I was growing up, again, he didn't mention you. So I always wanted to know, like, where you was at.
Right.
What's going on with you?
Right. So during the time, so again, we're 10 years apart, and my dad made sure that we had a connection as kids. Me and my brother, actually, some people don't know, our birthdays are 2 days apart. My birthday is July 3rd, and his is July 5th.
That's something new now.
Right. So my dad would always get us around this time, in the summer, and we would hang out, especially the 4th of July. That was the time that we would come together, and we'd go to, we'd be in South Vallejo. So people don't know that my brother used to be in the hills and in South Vallejo and Bridgeside.
Well, here's the thing, real quick, not to cut you off. At one point in time, it wasn't that funk.
Right.
All that hillside, crest side, north side of Vallejo, south side of Vallejo, all of that stuff came later. That was later, because at one point in time, Florida Terrace and everybody was a unit. It was a unit. So anyway.
Yeah. So my dad used to get us. He had an aunt that stayed out Carlson in South Vallejo, and that was like, because my dad's mom, she passed early. So the aunt stepped in as the mom of the family. And that's where we would all go, family functions or whatever. This is how we seen all our cousins, everything like that. South Vallejo on Carlson, right? Where the Greyhound station used to be.
Oh, man, that's old school.
Yeah, my aunt stayed in a little tuck spot. So anyway, so we would go there for our birthdays. I remember my brother burnt my finger on a firecracker. Like, yeah. So we always spent time together. My daddy used to have a house right across from Church's Chicken.
Wow.
So I got a lot of memories over there.
Throwback. That's throwback right there.
So we spent a lot of time together. And as I got older, my dad would tell me the things that he would tell Andre about his little sister, like how to looking out for me, because he was a street nigga. And like, I really probably ain't gonna be too much of shit, but you is. Make sure you look out for your sister. You know what I'm saying? So he told me later in life the things that he's like, I always talk to Andre and told him this, that, and the other. So that it made sense of why my brother, he would come to visit me all the time. What people don't know, I used to braid my brother hair. He used to come visit me at my grandma's house and my mama's house. Him and my mom had a good connection. So
your mom,
my mom, they had a good connection. So I got a lot of memories as a little girl. Him holding me, taking me shopping. He took me school shopping. When he got out, I remember he got me my first Fila coat, puff coat. Like, he really looked out for me.
Them was like back in the day though.
Yeah.
That ain't nothing new, like up to par, because after he got what happened to him, it was more so, we was all. But anyway, so you went through a grievance stage, dealing with his death or whatever, but we gonna back it up. We gotta back this all the way up.
Yeah.
Talk to us. Did you play any sports during high school?
No, I didn't play sports. I was always into music, so I used to be in a choir. Okay. I used to be in drama, so I'm artistic.
What high school did you go to?
I went to Vallejo High. Shout out to Vallejo, Apaches.
And what year did you graduate?
I graduated in 98.
98 was your year, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. 98 was the year, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, I was at Vallejo High, where it was all the highest rating of AIDS.
Ooh, why he say that though?
Remember, I know y'all remember that.
Damn.
I was gonna put that out there real quick.
Everybody was getting everybody.
Everybody getting everybody. Let's get a telly and don't tell. Now, anyway, so Jah, so you had to kind of live, not really under Dre, but had to deal with a lot of the backlash from being Dre's sister.
Yes, absolutely.
In Vallejo, because they didn't really believe you, and you didn't really. You came to the crest, but didn't come to the crest. You went out there like some of the cutthroats that was out there.
Right. I wasn't. I'm honestly. I'm humble. I wasn't out there campaigning like crest high. Yeah, I wasn't. I just I was cool, chill, kick back. But I knew who my brother was, and people that knew me, would say something, and then at a cause a conversation and be like, oh, she thinks she this, that, and the other, but I'm really chill, cool. I don't, what I'm saying? I'm laid back, but people will misinterpret that to think that I think I'm
because of the celeb that you have on your shoulders, kind of like. Do you live in his shadow, or are you doing your own? Are you creating your own lane?
I am creating my own lane.
Let's talk to you about what you're doing nowadays, because I don't want you to live in the past too much.
Right.
What are you doing nowadays?
So nowadays, well, first of all, before before I even got into the radio, I actually created jewelry. So I used to go around and of course, I miss it because of COVID, but I used to do pop-ups at flea markets, at comedy shows, at clubs and things like that. So I told you I'm artistic. So I create jewelry, earrings, necklaces, all of that stuff. I'm known for my hair wraps and things like that. Okay. Prior to that, I did hair. So fresh out of high school, a lot of people will know me for hairstyling. So that was pretty much the vein that I operated in. Okay. And then, so to the current, I did pop-ups with my jewelry. And then I got into radio. I actually started selling insurance. And
tell us about that. Tell us about the insurance.
So I guess I have a seller's knack. So a lot of the jobs that I have.
Can I interrupt here real quick? I seen you in action. You kind of a people's person, and you witty, like you light on your feet, and you adapt like a chameleon.
Yes,
chameleon in situations. I think it was the Dre Day in Frisco.
Okay.
I think it was that Dre Day in Frisco. You had the camera, you was rolling, and I didn't want to bother you. I didn't want to spring nothing I was doing on you, but I seen you in action. I was like, wow, you really. You wiggle, you know how to maneuver, you know what I mean? That's what drew me to you, seeing you. And I would see you here.
Yeah.
I would pull up and I wouldn't say that.
Right.
I wouldn't get in your business. Matter of fact, I would get out your way because I was like, damn, she looked like she get ready to,
Right. See, that's wrong. That's what people, that's the assumption that people get.
Because of the way you are, like, not because of who you are as far as your family heritage and none of that with me. I know you a little bit personally, so I look at you different, and I know all of your stuff. So I look when I see you in traffic and wiggle, I just say what's up. I would never sit there and try to hold because I know you got so much going on and you so busy. So that's why I was like, I get her, and I wanted to get set up, kind of, sort of, so that way I can get you in here and have some type of depth of flavor in here.
Oh yeah, you got an ambiance going on in here for sure.
Oh yeah, I try. It's a good little François,
It's François.
It's a good little François. And so now where I'm trying to go with what I'm doing is kind of like where you at. You are, to me, and a lot of people can say this, are very inspiring because you don't live behind your brother. You have made a name for yourself. And it's easy to fall into that. My brother is Mac Dre.
Right.
Is me personally, a nigga, if I was Dre, like blood, really, talk to me again. Right. Say it again, and I'm gonna call up. I'm gonna make the call up top on you, nigga. That's just me though.
Right.
And I'm being a little funny with it, but Dre is in all of us. I'm gonna tell you why. I was on stage. With Pharrell. Again, this ain't about Pharrell, but I just want to throw this out there. I was on stage with Pharrell, and a lot of the stuff that he taught me was to be kind of like how you are, like your courage to just stand up for yourself.
Yes.
And take charge of what you doing.
Yes.
Like I see the Kano Mob interviews and all of the Bueno interviews. Like I see who you interviewing. I see who comes in here because I see him come in here physically.
Right.
And I'd be like, wow, she really.
There's
no Mac Dre. Yeah. There's no Mac Dre behind you.
No.
But I would use that.
Yeah.
Why don't you use that? That's the question.
I personally, I don't feel like it holds weight like that. I don't know if that's just me. I just feel like it doesn't hold weight. I feel like I got to show and prove who I am. Okay, that's cool that's your brother, but who are you? What do you do? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I really have to bring out, and Dre would be like that. I know I hear him in my ear telling me, you know what I'm saying? Do you?
I do too.
You know what I'm saying? Do you?
I do too.
Make your mark. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like it doesn't, for me, it's not the meat and potatoes of what I'm doing. I'm really doing it. I love what I do. I actually really enjoy it, but I'm doing it for my family, for my kids.
Did you have to do anything illegal to make a way? Did you have to rob, steal, and cheat, sell drugs, bust a nigga over the head?
No.
Did you mow a nigga down with the lawnmower? Did you do anything? Anything? You can laugh if you want to. It's fine. Go ahead, because I'll be funny. I'm definitely gonna be silly.
No, I just network with people. I talk to people. You know what I'm saying? I connect. I had to do nothing. Shiesty or shady people are attracted to me. Those that may not, maybe not be offended by, I don't know, the demeanor. I try not to have a negative demeanor or come off negatively.
I'm gonna give you what it is. It's an empowerment, woman empowerment.
Okay.
So I look at you and I step back and I be like, damn, I want to get around her and she got that juice, but I don't want to come around her weak. I don't want to bring a garbage pail full of garbage to the table and you got steaks and potatoes over here.
Okay, makes sense.
So that's what my energy come from, and it was like, I don't want to bring her in here and I'm at the, the ground root of the shit. I at least got to get the backdrop up and 2 mics in the motherfucker.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I appreciate that. I respect that.
Because you got over there at Shadow, shout out Shadow Studios production.
Yeah, shout out High Radio.
High Radio, that's her thing as well. He got all the trimmings. He got all the whistles, zoom, zooms, wham, whams, all the bells and whistles. So I'm competing in that set. And I'm P. Diddy, Shop Diddy, trying to get my thing together. You know what I mean? So I wanted to bring you in here and I want to make you feel comfortable.
Right.
I want to bring you in here and make you feel at home. I know that's the thing over there, but this is your home over here.
Right.
When you come over here,
I feel welcome.
You know what I mean? Like this cut throat, you can cut throat this.
Yes.
You see the thing right there. We can cut throat this here.
Right.
So growing up in Vallejo, you didn't have to go through no trials and tribulations with drugs, or you didn't catch any cases. Didn't go to jail or anything like that.
I did petty crime. Who didn't? We in Vallejo. You know how we get down.
So talk about it.
I got caught up with the stealing and you know what I'm saying, the credit card fraud, all that kind of
credit card fraud. Talk about that.
We do that stuff.
Now, wait a minute. This is juicy. Come on, y'all. This is that juicy shit. Talk about it, nigga. Talk about it. Where's that?
I was in the county. I went to Solano County.
How long? How long did we do?
For a whole week. It was the worst week of my life.
Hey, this nigga's doing 30 plus. No date. Man, and this nigga said a week.
A week. That was crazy though. I'm not supposed to be in jail. So that was let me know I'm not.
Just so you know, I got people on our live that are flirting with you. If you are, let's get we're gonna get into her personal. Not too much, but we're going to tap a little bit.
I'm an open book. It's all good.
We're going to tap a little bit. But they on there flirting with you, saying you're beautiful. And yes, I do want to throw that out there. She is a beautiful woman. Black Sisters Unite. She's standing up, and she looks gorgeous with her dreads and everything like that. So it's a few of them on there saying that shit. You niggas need to mind y'all business on my live. Okay? Now I'm just fucking with y'all. Do y'all thing. But so growing up Vallejo, we went through trials and tribulations. We struggled. We went through the hoops.
I went through all of it. Like my parents, I actually was raised by my grandparents. My grandparents raised me. My mom and my daddy was on dope. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about dope, not.
I know crack cocaine.
Yeah, real talk out there doing the damn thing.
Well, how old are you? How old are you? Let's throw that out there real quick.
Don't tell nobody my age.
Well, you was born in
the 80s. I already told y'all
me
and I'm an 80s baby. And I told you me and my brother is 10 years apart. Y'all do the math.
Okay? So 10 years, you my age. And I don't want to tell y'all my age. Because I don't want to break bread with her age. If I tell you my age, then I'm telling you her age. But Dre, if you 10 years apart with Dre.
Oh Lord, now he gonna do the math for real.
Well, I already did the math in my head. I'm just making sure I'm who I am apart from Dre.
I'm grown.
I am 10 years apart from Dre. So yeah. We were right around there. So you went through all of that. No sport. You didn't really do sports.
I was in sports. I was artsy type.
Drawing, music, paintings, things of that nature.
Yeah.
And do you do any of that still to this day, or are you more so just focused on the radio?
I do. It's hard now juggling all that with, the radio, and you got to do your research on your artists and all of that, and connecting and marketing and stuff like that. I do plan to get back though to in the vendor vein, because I do miss it. I love getting out with the people and networking like that. So once this COVID thing is over, which probably gonna be the next year, I do plan on, because I enjoy, like I said, I do the pop-ups at like clubs, you know what I'm saying? We
definitely gonna network with the pop-up thing.
Yeah, I'm at clubs, I'm at comedy shows, I'm at festivals. So that's fun. You know what I'm saying? You get to talk to people and just seeing people enjoy the arts that I make. So that part is easy peasy. So yeah, I still do that. I used to paint a bit. I want to be a painter.
Well, I do have a project that I'm working on. It's a mural. Okay, so
I'm not there yet.
Oh, you're not ready to do
I'm
that?
not there yet.
But if you know somebody that knows somebody, I need an artist to do a mural. The mural is consistent of our heritage of the Vallejo, not Vallejo, but the Crestside music heritage. So it'll start with Michael Robinson, aka the Mac, and then it'll stretch all the way to where we at now, THI double. And everybody in between that released a project and that died, that was gonna do some work. Cheddar Man, rest in peace, shout
rest
out.
In peace. Yes.
We're gonna also incorporate them into the cloud of the mural.
Oh, that sounds dope.
And don't try to steal my idea because it's recorded here on all of the shit. So y'all got it here first.
You heard it here first.
Cutthroat Radio Podcast. So what we're gonna do is Dre. Everybody always highlights Dre. I want to break away from Dre and just highlight you. That's what this whole interview is about.
Right.
I know I keep referencing him, so I'm gonna get away from that, and I want to talk about you personally. So where are we at with our love life?
So yeah, everybody wants to know about this.
Ooh, let's get it's getting ready to get
juicy.
We finna get pillow talk. Get my pillow. Get my pillow.
This is really the tea. This is the tea.
Give me my pillow now.
So I was married. I was in a relationship for about 18 years. Early 20s. I was with Boss Hog. So y'all might know who Boss Hog is.
If y'all don't know who Boss Hog is, real quick, not to cut her off, Boss Hog is a part of the group Crest Creepers. He originally from the Crest side, grew up with him. I come right under him. YP is the name of the crew that he was in. I came up right under all of that. So that's basically what that is. And he working on King. He did King Koopa and a lot of other things. Thizamy Street, a lot of different projects that he did. Crest Creepers was the Physics Room was the original project. So that's who Boss Hog is. Go ahead and continue, John.
Yeah. So we was together for 18 years. We got 2 kids, and I had a son prior to that, so he did raise him. That's
okay. Like so you had 3 kids.
I had 3. Yeah.
Three. But so, 2 by him.
2 by him. Yeah. So we were married at a point. However, we are no longer together. Irreconcilable differences. Okay. So
are y'all divorced or y'all just split up?
We are divorced. For the record, so all of y'all, yes, it's all. And I haven't announced this, so this is like
the first time you announced it. I got it. You got it here first on Crypto Radio Podcast, y'all.
Really. So I haven't said anything, and it's been almost a year since we went our separate ways. Okay. So yes, all you guys know. So now you don't have to question or wonder when you see pictures or you see us out campaigning
if y'all was asking,
or with someone else.
If y'all was asking and y'all was curious and inquiring, and I know my fans out there. First off, my fans don't even know that I know you. Second, that whole story right there kind of went over their head, but it'll go back because we're filming, so don't worry about it. Everybody will catch it later. And so
I know my viewers like what because they've been waiting for the tea and I ain't said a word.
So and I got it here first. And do me a favor. You want to roll that backward and check to make sure that it's still rolling for me, Cuddy. The camera. Yeah, just make sure it's rolling. So Boss Hog and you have split up. So what's going on now? You got so what your oldest is tell us about your kids.
Yeah, okay. So my oldest, I have a 21-year-old and he's 21. I'm just a young mom.
Damn.
Yeah.
Where was I?
I don't know, but I was in the house being a mommy and working.
What was you doing at the time? What type of employment was you doing?
So remember I told you I was a hairstylist? So fresh out of high school, I actually graduated early. Yeah.
Congratulations. Shout out to that.
Yeah, I like to think. I know that I'm a smart girl. So I was valedictorian.
Very educated.
And I went to college classes so that I can graduate early and stuff like that. So my whole intentions, I always knew that I wanted to be self-employed way back a long time ago. As a kid, I knew I wanted my own. So graduated early so that I could go to cosmetology school.
Right on.
I did that and went straight to work. I did cosmetology. I was a hairstylist for 10 years in Vallejo and Fairfield.
Where was you located at as the cosmetology when you was doing it? Where was you at?
So I originally shot out to Bjorn's, which is no longer. That's where I went to school in Vallejo.
Okay.
And then I worked I was really working out at the house primarily when I was in Vallejo. And then I actually worked at Supercuts because I wanted to learn how to cut white people hair too.
Supercuts. All right.
So then I went to Supercuts that was in Vallejo in the plaza and I learned how to cut hair because I already had black hair in the bag. I already knew updos, flat irons and all that stuff. So I wanted to, really expand myself. And so I did that. And then from there, I went to Fairfield and I worked at different shops in Fairfield that aren't around anymore.
Right.
Then I came to Sacramento.
How long you been in Sac?
I've been back and forth in Sac. So I came when my brother came, actually. Shout out to my cousin Junebug. She's the one who actually moved the majority of the family out here to Sacramento. She had the plug on the apartments.
Right.
And so that would put me, I would say probably like 2001, 2002 when I first came out here. And it was a hard adjustment. but I can't because I was always coming back to the Bay. But my brother was in Greenhaven at that time.
He had we call Rappers Island.
Rappers Island. So he used to slide through all the time, and we had Boss Market right there. I was in Oak Park. I moved to Oak Park.
Talk to us about it.
I moved to the hood not knowing. My cousin said it was a hood, but I was like,
you know, the Crest. I'm like College Park to Crest.
Yeah,
so yeah.
I'm like, hood, okay. I'm not knowing about Sac like that, but I got here. Definitely. I was like, okay, I see what it is. Definitely. My brother was like, what the fuck you doing over here? Yeah, I'm like, hey, this is where I am. And so I stayed there for probably like 3 years till I just had enough. It was just violence all the time. It was killings like around the corner. The school was awful for my son to go to.
Did you ever run into like Mozzie over there or his little the thing?
Not at the time because he wasn't there.
Yeah. He wasn't there yet. Okay.
Yeah, but so we stayed there. Man, I had family members that got on heroin. It got bad because it was really infested with a lot of negativity though.
You wasn't with Boss Hog at the
time? When I first moved there, no. And then he came along later. And so he was there. He was in the P2. And then
he's in the P2.
He was in the P2 for a while.
I remember for some reason I want to say he stayed in the Thomas.
We moved to Natomas later.
Yeah.
So when we first came out here, we was in the P.
Okay.
And so like I said, so it's about he's probably in the P for maybe 2 years, but he still was. You know how he is, so he got to networking out there, so he was back and forth out there. But then, unfortunately, after I had moved, because like I said, it was just so negative. I had family members that got on heroin. It was just, ugh.
It was bad.
It was bad. So, I was like, yeah, this ain't me. I got to upgrade my life. This ain't what I do. Before my brother passed away, he was actually supposed to give me the money to move to Natomas. Literally, was when he came back. He was supposed to give me my deposit.
Wow.
No lie. When he came back, when he was coming back, he was like, I'm going to have the money for you to move to Natomas. I had the apartment and everything. Wow. It still happened. God is good. Because I still ended up getting the money that I was supposed to have. Right. But he was supposed to give me the money to do that. And then, and so I ended up moving there. But the sad part about Oak Park is my dad came out here after my brother passed. My dad was on, he had got clean, y'all. My dad had got clean when my brother had got murdered.
What happened to Dre? Because I know his siblings were supposed to, his daughter. We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
But what happened to like all his stuff?
Okay.
We'll keep going.
It's so much to this.
No, just keep going. I just want to make sure we hit him.
Right. Okay. So when my brother when that happened, my daddy literally the day that we got the news was the day that he was coming off a mission.
Oh. He was coming down.
He was coming. Yep. He was literally. Yep.
He was on one.
And what my dad would do is he'd be, you know what I'm saying, on a mission for maybe 3 years or so. He'll get back clean, get in church, and you know what I'm saying, clean up real nice. Yeah.
Find the Lord. Yeah. Find hallelujah.
Yeah. And you'd be like, oh, okay.
All right, Mr. Hicks.
Right. And he'll slide right on back to
they all do. My Uncle Danny, Bob, and all the rest of them do too.
Yeah. So he had literally came off his mission. We got the news, so I had to really be there to encourage my dad so he don't slide back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because that was devastating news. You know what I'm saying? And him and my brother have been estranged for a while because Dre been doing his thing and my daddy been in the streets.
Let me ask you this. After your dad passed away 2010.
It was 4 years after.
It was in 2010, right?
2009
or 10?
8 or 9. It was 2008 to be exact. Yes.
It was 8.
Yeah.
I just got the color and school and got to work. Okay, keep going.
Yeah. So my dad got killed in Oak Park. So Oak Park had left a very bad taste
in your mouth, right?
Yeah, he got killed on Young Street by some random ass. I still don't even know the story. So my daddy is just like my brother is an unsolved mystery.
You get out of here, because and I swear to God, we thought because Joe was with me at the time, my brother.
Mm-hmm.
We thought Hicks passed away from he was sick.
No.
He was sick.
No.
Who told us he was sick? Who said he was sick? No. Because I was in front of the 99 cent store right there on Auburn on the corner.
Not sick. He was brain dead.
Brain dead.
So what happened?
Brain dead.
Yeah. So I don't know how it all occurred, but when they found my daddy, he was in the street laid out. The story is he was either beat to death or ran over. His head was bashed in.
They did Hicks like that?
Mm-hmm. The back of his head had surgery on his head. His knees was broken. He was not alive.
John, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, they found him in the streets, and when he came, they say he died for a moment, and then he went into a coma and never came out. Yeah.
Man, I'm sorry to hear that for you.
I'm
so sorry, Jah.
So that was so devastating, and the crazy part is,
so have you ever got a chance to tell your fans and the media any of this stuff?
No, people don't know like that's what happened.
Well, I'm glad you was able to come here to, and because that's what I wanted you to do.
Yeah.
I for some reason I just felt it down to the bone gristle that you didn't tell your story yet.
Yeah.
The interview you did, whatever you did that interview, just it didn't cut it.
Yeah.
I think this one is the one, and more to come.
Right.
As we journey through our business networking thing, we partnership here or whatever we want to call it together. I know it, and to hear that, because I swear to you on everything I love, me and Joe and the rest of the young cuddies my age got a hold of the wind of your dad. We was all devastated, like, damn, he just lost his son. Now he
struggled after, of course that would be hard for any parent.
Right.
Because like I said, they were estranged for a while because he was on drugs. Ray was doing his thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then he comes back and gets that news and he just couldn't cope.
Absolutely.
He couldn't cope. He tried. And I tried to keep him encouraged. I'm like, you got Drene. Them my dad and my brother look so much alike. One is tall, Dre tall and lighter, and my dad's short and a little darker, but they look so much alike.
Dre look exactly like his pops. When Dre died, his pops was, we was all at the thing in Fairfield. Dre, you walked up to Dre or his dad and it was like, Dre, how do you come back to life? You know what I mean? It was one of them.
And Drene used to always be like, oh my God, you look so much like my dad. So I used to always be like, you got to use that to your advantage for her. You know what I'm saying? It's your opportunity to really, the time that you missed out on with your son, you can make it up with her because she's at such a formative age that she wants you.
Let's talk about her.
No, Lord.
Let's talk about her. And let's not, because I know how to ask certain questions. I ain't gonna, but let's talk about her. Drene. Well, Drene. I always called her Drene. I don't know why I did that. Drene. When did you do any babysitting?
Sure. I have my niece since, let me tell you. So my brother, that was a promise. He used to write me letters. I got letters in the car.
From the feds.
And he used to write me.
You could have brought them up here when we take a smoke break. We're gonna bring them back up here. Y'all gonna get this tonight.
So
y'all gonna get y'all issue tonight.
One thing that he made me promise was to be a good auntie.
Where did Cuddy Bang at? You drunk it? No. I'm over here like, how you drink? We over here sipping horse, nigga. I'm over here thinking this nigga over here wino ass nigga. No disrespect, but goddamn, nigga over here wino status. Anyway, so we're gonna slow it down real quick because it's a lot to cover, and I don't want to take too much of Jah time because she is so busy. She a mom and all of this other. She entrepreneur, sister, all of that good stuff. And I got her real quick. We're gonna take a quick little break. We got to smoke.
They need a smoke session.
We have to take a smoke break. I'm gonna play some jams or whatever I do to keep y'all entertained. As a matter of fact, I'm not even gonna play shit because the shit is lit in here. Fuck music. I just want to go smoke real quick. I'll be right back. She can sit in here and talk to y'all though, but I'll be right back. If you want to sit here and talk to them, you more than welcome.
No, I'm waiting for your lead.
Okay. I'm gonna pause this. Well, I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna just let it stream because we're gonna come right back. I don't want to kill the thing because you got a lot of stuff right here.
Right.
That we're gonna because I'm gonna open the floor to questions and everything as well.
Okay.
So we're gonna go smoke. Guys, give me a second, y'all. Come on, man. Let's go smoke, man. This is very interesting.
Hey, y'all, make sure y'all
I know it's gonna get that way. We got all type of lighters. So if you need a lighter,
you know what it is. Thank y'all for following. Thank y'all for.
Y'all leave it open, Jah.
Okay.
Look at my key.
So
let's make sure I got my key.
I see y'all.
Yeah, you don't know who I am.
Dropping all them gems on y'all tonight. Tap in, tell a friend. Tell a friend to tap in and join in. Yay. All right, y'all. You know, it's hot up in this thing, so I'm finna step away myself. Sorry. I'm gonna step away myself. Y'all, I'll be back because it is hot and these cameras is hot. Don't y'all go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. All right.
Thank you guys for holding it down and staying here. I appreciate that. I had to go out there and have a quick little smoke. We back though. Aye.
My bad.
It's all good. We back though. So continue what we was going into. Let's get back into reconnect. Oh boy, they done threw me off IG. Let's reconnect. Boop. I'm gonna go back to IG. Everybody on this motherfucker.
He's not even gonna be able to get in. He's supposed to come in with us.
Here. Let's let him in. I'm gonna get going. We back, y'all, and I just want y'all to know that that's Jah, Max Ray's sister. She in here live with me. Hold on real quick. Whenever I got it, I use it. We in here. Shop killed the mojo. And listen, we back. I'm on her thing. Low battery. Close. Let me get her. Let me get her charging here real quick. She brought some goodies. She got some goodies, y'all, that she brought with her, so she could also tell some extra stuff about her brother. This is about Jah. We want to focus on her. I'm gonna focus on her and her personal questions and things like that. Her brother is a staple, but I don't want to take away from her flavor. I want to just talk about Jah. This is Cutthroat Radio Podcast, and it's focused on Jah. You know what I mean? She come a long way. She came up in Vallejo just like me, and she got a story to tell. And I wanted to tell it right here. She giving us an exclusive. So y'all just stay tuned. We right here. We're not going nowhere. We still here. If y'all want to hear some music, we can throw some music on real quick while she run downstairs and get. Oh, so are they coming back already? So we ready. We here. Cutthroat Radio Podcast. I am your host, Shab Rob. I am back. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. We got a special guest in here, Jah Hicks. Yada I mean. We are back. So let's get rolling again. She got some goodies. She went down to the car and got some goodies. I'm so excited of what she's getting ready to reveal and tell us. And I'm on the edge of my seat, y'all. This is overwhelming because she wouldn't do this just with anybody.
Have not.
And she haven't. And I don't want to, sound all conceited and all that, but I am. You motherfuckers out there. So back to it, Jah. So we're going to go right into it.
You left off on a question, though.
What was my question?
You were asking about my niece.
Dranae. Mm-hmm. You raised her, or you helped raise her. Give it to me.
So I definitely was in my niece's life since she was a little girl. I always was there, came and got her on the weekends. I used to want her. She was so cute. She was the cutest little girl. So she would come on the weekend. She would during summer vacations all the time up till she was 12. And then of course she grew up, and that's when.
Real quick, during the summer vacations, what type of activities did y'all do? Like, what type of stuff did y'all do?
That was birthday party time. Her birthday is actually June 3rd. So mine is July 3rd. So it's the summertime. So we doing summer stuff, birthday parties, parks, and, pools and water slides and all that kind of stuff. And of course, her dad would come over and give her money for her school shopping and stuff like that. But we pretty much would just like hang out because the house was lit at this time. I was with Boss Hog, Beijing, and them would be over there. So it was always SIG sessions. So she loved that shit. That's right up her alley to SIG and laugh and stuff like that. So she just would, be up there and we just be kicked back, chilling. And I was in the hood too, so it was active. So she'd be outside, mingling with the people and whatnot. So yeah. But so I was definitely in her life as growing up as a little girl.
Right. Mm-hmm. Positive influence.
Yes, I try to be.
Where is she now?
So she in the V here and there, everywhere.
Is she maintaining and doing things to hold it down for her legacy, or well, like is she just living life? Like what's going on with her?
She living life. She's a young adult, so she's growing up and experiencing life and going through the things that we all go through. She has children.
Right.
So
how many children she got?
She has 4.
You got 4 kids.
So,
boys, girls.
She got one boy. That's the baby. And then she has 3 daughters.
3 daughters. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So, she's going through all the things that we go through as being a young parent. She was a young parent. So, we deal with the baby daddies and we deal with just growing into adulthood and the do's and the don'ts and just finding yourself. So I feel like that's where she is right now. And as much as now that she's grown up though, she grown. So you know how that is when we hit that age and can't nobody tell you nothing and I'm doing me and you learning and can't nobody, tell me nothing. So she's going through that and that's all right. I'm always here for her when she's ready to need some advice or just, some love and all that. She know that.
Okay. So speaking of kids and dealing with Drenay and how she dealing with her kids, how about you and your kids? Like, what's your relationship with all 3 of your kids?
So my oldest, like I was saying earlier, he's 21. He's doing very well. He's going to be enlisting into the reserves in the next couple of months.
The reserves? Yeah. How about that?
Yeah. So he's no kids. I don't have any grandchildren. Thankfully.
How about that?
So he's doing really well. He works, goes to school, living on his own, got his own car. So I love how he's doing his thing. He's in the Thomas.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Look at that.
So he's doing this thing. He's a grown man.
Girlfriend?
Yes, he does.
They live together or they?
No, they don't. He is with several other guys roommating.
Okay.
The roommate thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I have my middle son, and he's in the music. Macintosh. Shout out to Mackin.
Macintosh is Boss Hogg's oldest son, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And he the one I met him before. I met him around ODB Brandon.
Okay.
Over there that way on Norwood.
Mm-hmm.
He slid over. He was with his dad, as a matter of fact, and I was able to catch a visual. Because I never had ran into your kids. As a matter of fact.
Yeah.
Me personally, no.
Yeah.
I seen the wedding pictures and all. I'm like, look at them. And I was like, wow, look at them. You know, they all married and everything. And wow, what was. And I was like, wow, everybody just living life. At that point, I was in Vegas. I lost my daughter in Vegas. It's not my story, but I lost my daughter in Vegas at the time. Y'all was
What you mean you lost your daughter?
It was a stillbirth. It wasn't.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna just lighten the load. I don't want to go too because that's a whole different thing. But I did lose her. That hurts. Yeah, it does hurt because I had painted the nursery.
Ready. You was ready for her.
I went all the way out, and but anyway, so that's what I was going through at the time when I was looking at you, and I was like, wow, and I never. I'm just saying I never ran into your children.
Oh, okay.
Up until over there at ODB house. So that was dope. That was dope.
Yeah, he does his music thing.
I heard he the next coming up under his pops.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, he amazes me because he's been doing it since I would say he's been 7, 8, 9. Actually, I'm watching him in the studio writing his
all at the Dre days.
Yeah, and how he just gets on the mic. He don't have no fear. He'll get in front of people and dance like he is fearless. It inspires me when I get nervous or scared about doing something. I think about. I guess so, but he actually gets it for. I'm like, boy, if he could do it, I know I could do it. Ain't had a fear bone in his body.
We're gonna open the floors real quick to some questions. If anybody out there that want to ask Jah any type of personal questions, now is the time.
Yeah, what's good?
To ask her some questions. I wish I had my phones ringing off the hook, but that's later on. I'm gonna get all that situated.
I'll in due time.
But if you're anybody out there right now, you want to ask her some personal questions, I'll read some of the stuff back that some of the people were saying on here. Again, they were flirting. Here's for the record, y'all. She is off the market, okay? Let's get this out there so y'all know, and y'all won't try to pursue her after this interview, because you stupid niggas will do it. I know y'all, because y'all on here flirting now. She is off the market. She is perfectly happy and good to go.
Yes.
And if she was to make herself available later on, that's her business. But as far as now, she off the market. So let's clear that up. Other things that people were saying on there, I was going to smoke, so they were saying hurry up. And
I know they was
lost the mojo.
Yeah,
and, all of that.
Tripping, he tripping.
Here's the thing: when you in here,
he need his medication.
I gotta feel it. You know what I mean? And I had somebody in here, as well that needed the medication. So, we two patients in here knocking heads. Eventually we're gonna knock ourselves out. If we don't hit that weed. Nah. Anyway, so now that you have accomplished your podcast radio, and what's in the future? What can we expect from the future?
So I'm really kind of just rolling with what I got going right now. Will be going back to school. I want to go to school for broadcasting just to take it to the next level and learn more.
Broadcasting, you going further in the radio business?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So I want to learn more about that, more about communications and stuff like that. The behind the scenes. I would love to. I love what I'm doing right now, but I would even get like into news and all that kind of stuff. Like I'm really trying to open up, to a whole different.
You right up my alley because I was on the news. As a matter of fact, gourmet.
I know you were. Look at Rob.
Definitely. And it all inspires from the root of who we are.
Mm-hmm.
It comes from Mike Robinson, and then it goes to Dre, and I pay respects on down. But I had to break away. I was under the Jay Diggs thing.
Yeah.
I was when Jay Hicks first. I call him Hicks. When Hicks first
yep.
come home from the feds, I was doing both sides of the gate with him.
Mm-hmm.
He did both sides of the gate with Galen Haney and over there with Catman and Snitch and D and all of that.
Yeah.
So he was doing that at the time. Dre had did what Dre do? Because I here's the thing. If you know me, and I'm talking about if you really know, Dre had hired me to do the West Coast promotion for Thea's Nation.
Okay.
Or Thea's Entertainment. No, this was Thea's Entertainment. This was way before the Nation.
Mm-hmm.
This was way before the Stap came out and all the Nation shit.
Mm-hmm.
He had to, and I don't want to steal your shine, but get this off real quick.
Yeah.
He had a studio on 7th and West Grand
mm-hmm.
in Oakland.
Mm-hmm.
And he was pushing the Thea's mixtapes. This is when the first round went down.
Yeah.
Ryder J. Clyde and Hustler was on the first copies of that. And man, he hired me. And I was with this one broad named Melissa Beck. Me and Marky was talking about earlier. We went to go eat before I came in here. And all of that to say this, like it was just a lot of the game, coming up, watching Dre and all of this stuff he was doing. That's what all of this is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like watching his movements and being able to I don't want to say mimic,
mm-hmm.
but it's a thin line.
Yeah,
because you can't fill his shoes.
Right. Mm-hmm.
None of us can.
Right.
But I think collectively, we could pay homage.
But the people want it at the same time. You can't take candy from somebody and think that they still don't want that sweet.
Yeah.
It has to be filled with something. No, it will never be what that original make was, but something along the lines is good, and especially if it turns out to be great. Awesome. But you still need to have somebody come in that place, somebody to follow up with that, you know what I'm saying, to still get the people what they want. Dre definitely wouldn't want his legacy just to end with him. He wants it to end in greatness.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So whoever need to come correct and be great at what you're doing.
Definitely.
And there is trial and error. You know what I'm saying? So we can't get mad at, you're going to have some people come up the bat that ain't hitting it out the park.
Absolutely.
But you got to have that before you can get to the great.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So
absolutely.
That's how I feel.
I got a question here. R&B singers winning. Jah is off the market. Jah is off. That ain't even a question. That's just somebody replying to what I said.
R&B singers winning. What?
R&B singers winning. Who's the R&B singer that took her off the market? It sure wasn't motherfucking Jacquees. We know Jacquees didn't sweep her over fucking.
Somebody got some inside intel.
That's Lou. That's Lou.
Oh.
That's Lou Tamales. You know, Vallejo in here. Renal Bernstein, does Dre have any music that hasn't been released yet? I know that question, but I'm gonna let her answer.
So as far as I know that some people are sitting on stuff. I know the Wash House got stuff. I've heard different people that's sitting on stuff and haven't put it out. So yeah, it's still out there, y'all.
Absolutely.
It's just, negotiation. I guess, some things gotta be right before the people release it. It's been a lot of things that's been going on since he passed. And
where did his stuff go? Where did all his stuff go? Where did his equipment go? His cars go?
Right.
Where did a bank account go?
So far as I know,
was he in debt and the IRS chasing him for tax evasion?
So far as I know, no. As far as were the things that he had, I just knew it was at Rapper's Island, and I knew that he had stuff at other places as well. Mm-hmm. And of course, he was moving to Sausalito before all of this, so there was, he had stuff everywhere. Literally, Dre had stuff.
Sausalito. That motherfucking Dre.
Go ahead. So he had stuff everywhere, but last I knew, as far as Rappers Island goes, it was a lot of stuff there. And at the time, Diggs was, there at Rappers Island as well. So if you ask me, I would say that the people that was at that house is the people that collected his items. Now, the one thing I can say, and I give much props to Boss Hall, because he did go over there because he knew how I was feeling about having something of my brother's.
Right.
That he did go over there and see what he could, obtain, to pick up. Right? Exactly. So I did get some stuff. I got some clothes and stuff like that.
You still holding to them clothes to this day?
Yeah, I still have clothes. I have some items that just, stuff that might not seem like nothing, down to underwear and kind of stuff. Things that you might not. I don't want my sister having my drawers, but at this point, it's like whatever.
Listen, my brother died in Boise, Idaho.
I remember PJ. Right. That's my partner.
Boy, here we go.
Yes.
I still got some. I'm gonna say I still got
drawers.
I still got some of his drawers. Right. I still got some of his drawers. Yeah. I hold them to him, and the reason why I hold them to because that's all I got.
Yep. I understand.
That's all I got.
Yep.
And I ain't gonna never throw them away.
Of course.
I'm never throw them away.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to die and then somebody throw them away.
Right.
For them to go.
Right. But I'm gonna cherish these drawers.
I might even wear them. I'm gonna say that here.
I ain't mad.
I might even wear them.
Yep.
But no. Man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I
got some sentimental stuff too, besides just clothes, t-shirts.
What'd you bring?
Well, so this is just my little kind of box of quick stuff that I have. It's some pictures, but there's a letter in here.
We got some goodies, y'all. We got some goodies.
Yeah, some of these pictures are bootsy.
Well, we gonna see what we can come up with.
Okay, so for those of you guys who don't know, I'm gonna take you on a ride real quick.
Real quick, y'all.
So Dre Day, what everybody celebrates and what year
was this Dre Day though? What year was this Dre Day?
So the first Dre Day that I did was in 2004. Well, 2000. Wait, let me take that back. Yeah, 2005, because it was for his birthday. So past 2004, 2005 is when I followed up. Dre Day was my baby. Dre Day still is my baby. My baby. And yes, I am.
Wait a minute, like you.
I'm the one who came up with Dre Day. No bullshit.
So real quick, Wanda, we gotta talk about
Wanda. We're gonna clear all of that right now
before you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Dre Day was my baby. This is what I wanted to do because I was hurt at the way that my brother was being represented.
We just made
in the media. In the media, I didn't like how I seen him represented on the news. I didn't like how people was making him out to be a bad guy.
They tried to slander him.
And I didn't know that person. I did not know. My brother was like, how you see your brother. He loved, he treated me and his family, and every time he came around, he was a loving person. He looked out for people.
I ate without even having to eat.
Yes.
Dre made sure we ate.
He was a really a good man. I didn't like whole conspiracy thing and how they chopped that up to make it seem like he was the one, We
got to talk about that. We have to talk about that real quick. Did Dre ever physically, did he ever rob a bank?
No.
We cleared that up real quick. We had to clear that up. And what did they charge him initially with?
Conspiracy
to commit armed bank robbery.
Exactly.
And he went and did, what was his initial sentence?
I don't know off the top. I'm not gonna lie. It was some years that were attached to it.
Like 5?
Yeah, 5 or
60 months, right?
Yeah.
Something like 60 months. And when he initially got sentenced to, was you in the courtroom? Like, did you go to?
No, I was too young. I wasn't. Wanda went. Yeah, Wanda was.
But did she allow you to go?
Well, I was too young at that time to even go. I would have had to been able. I probably
92.
I'm 12.
You can go to a judge,
but that would have required my dad to allow me to go with her. Consent. Yeah, so I wasn't part of that.
She didn't play stepmom with you.
No, so and I know we're talking about a whole bunch of different stuff. So with Miss Wanda, as a little girl, I would go over there when my dad would pick up Andre. I would go over there. I've been in her house as a little girl, and I guess the Hills is what you would call it.
Yeah.
And in Glen Cove, I've been over there when I was younger and growing up. My brother's taking me over there, so she knows me very well.
Right.
This
is for you, Wanda.
So I have respect for her and everything like that. When she sees me, she gives me respect and love and stuff. And she'll ask about the kids and all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. So she has never been mean or rude or anything like that to me. But definitely, she's not my stepmom. She's not my stepmom or stepped in that place. Like my dad, I'm 10 years apart, so it was 10 years between us. And I don't know what happened in between them 10 years, but you know how shit goes with a whole nother woman coming to the, so I can only imagine what could have transpired. But she treated me with respect, and when I would go over there with my brother, she was very nice and respectful. And I went to school with little Richard for a short period of time. I actually went to Springstown.
Richard is Richard is, no, we got so many. We're gonna break it up. I know y'all got to do your thing, and y'all got to get out of here. But I'm here. So if you want to go, we can definitely go. Richard, let's go. Richard is the half brother.
Yeah, that's Wanda's son.
That's Wanda's
son. He's a Salvato.
But Salvato, see his name. We almost thought that nigga was a Savidio.
Little Richard,
the Savidio, the Tony Savidio.
Right, I know.
Right, that's what because Dre did the man. I'm through fucking around. You niggas keep on. You gonna eat the thing.
Right.
Don't ask me shit.
Right.
That's what came up with that. But anyway, so your half brother. Richard,
I call him brother, but we don't share the same blood in no way. But I still, because we're all not a drop, but because we're still,
Richard was at Hogan with us.
Yeah, he did go to Hogan.
Yeah, my 10th grade year, he was there. Pretty Ricky, what we called him.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty Ricky.
I'm gonna kill him. Let me find out where that nigga at.
Right. No, but so we went to Springstown for a short period of time, and we connected at that time. I heard of him, but I didn't never meet him because we were little. Me and Little Richard actually are 2 years apart. So wasn't like we played together as little kids. I met Little Richard as a teenager.
Right as a motherfucker. Big ass head.
Yep. I met him as a teenager, and then we bonded once we got to know each other at Springstown, and we hung up. I actually brought him to the Ninnos. Little Richard, you remember I brought you to the hood, bro?
To the Ninnos.
I brought you to the hood. We went to the Ninnos, and that was his first time, and he kicked it in the
cherry
hood.
Wet, huh, nigga?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we was cool.
I remember you, nigga.
So we was, we cool to this day. He's different.
He definitely different. Mm-hmm. He ain't got a cutthroat in his body.
No, he's a teacher.
Is he?
Little Richard's a teacher.
Where is he at now? This nigga name is Little Richard. I'm gonna kill him. This nigga name is Little Richard.
I just go. That's what Drake called him. So I follow up. That's Little Richard. He got his daddy. He named after his daddy, Big Richard.
The cold part about it is we're gonna go get Little Richard.
Shut up.
Drake killed us when he said we're gonna go get Little Richard. Nigga didn't do what?
Right. So
he's fuck Little Richard. Now let me stop.
So he's a teacher. Somewhere. I'm not sure. In I think American Canyon or something like that.
That's cool. But shout out to Little Richard though. I do know him personally. I'm younger than him, of course, but I've seen him there. I'm a thug. I'm a crush nigga. So I probably
he's in a different vein.
Yeah. So.
He's a teacher.
So anyway, I mean these are juicy, hot ones right here. You don't get these every day. Just so y'all know that out there in TV land, you know what I mean. But Jah, she here, man. She got, what was the pictures? Because
okay. So I was saying about Dre Day. So Dre Day was my baby, and the reason why I did Dre Day, as I was saying, was because I didn't like how he was being depicted in the media, because that was not who I knew. My brother gave turkeys out for Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? He looked out for me for Christmas, and he was just a giving person, and anybody that was around him know that he was a giver, and he also was a solid real ass nigga. So he not snitching, he not finna be on no bullshit, but he was a solid ass nigga, solid ass friend. You know what I'm saying? He done did some shit that niggas do type shit, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to bitches, like niggas do. So you can't fault him for being a man in that regards, but
absolutely.
Anyway, so Dre Day, I just really was heartbroken as how my brother was being put out there. So I wanted to do something to turn it around, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do a celebration for my brother, and it's gonna be positive, it's gonna be good, and it's gonna include the kids, because my brother loved the kids. He was like Trick Daddy, he loved the kids, you know what I'm saying? So I wanted to do, and I knew how much him and was inspired by him. And wanted to be like them. People want to look like Drake, dress like Drake.
I mean, they got the mask. They came out with the mask.
So I wanted to allow a platform for everybody to feel good, for everybody to showcase their talents. My thought in my head was like, I want to, and I still to this day want to have a music center that is in his name and allows all of that. That's what I do want to do.
You almost made me drop a tear. God damn.
So that was my dream way back in the very beginning. But in the meantime,
we gotta push for that.
Yes.
Let's run that back just so y'all clear that, because she was going so fast. A music center
something like the boys club at the same time, because that's what we grew up under,
dedicated to his legacy. Because this was my thing. I was like, Fillmore Graham legacy is gone. The Boys and Girls Club is gone. And they even sold the building. Exactly. So I say, CC Sabathia, E40, whoever's out there with some money, Jay Diggs too, whoever, let's put some money together and let's go get that land back.
Yes.
Let's put computers in there, food thing in there, music thing in there, and all this other sports in there, and the weights thing.
And y'all know Vallejo needs it badly. We need it. And we have the talent. It's so there. It just needs to be cultivated correctly, and we need to have that
Hakeem
positive.
I'm gonna just throw this out there. And I'm saying this right here, right now. Hakeem, for me to get you, for you to get my vote, you're gonna have to show us what you're gonna do for Vallejo. All that talking shit is out the window.
Action. We need action.
You need to show some physical action, bro. Right. That's coming from me. And I know my voice carry a little weight now because of what I do and all of that. So coming from Shab Rob, Cutthroat Radio Podcast, show what you're gonna do, dude. All this trying to campaign and be a mayor and all of this about Vallejo. No, help Vallejo. Get out there with the people.
Now I had to say, I interviewed him, and I was, especially during the time Willie Bo, that was around the time that I interviewed him, and with all the police brutality that was going on, and I was really concerned about that, and I wanted to know what he was going to do. I was really pressing him.
We still want to know what he's going to do.
Yeah, so I know that he was getting out in the community and campaigning, but the community definitely wants action. I'm not in Vallejo, but I am Vallejo, and so I definitely, am with the people, and we definitely need action, and it got to happen. It needs to happen.
You got to do something, dude. And you got to do it now.
Yeah.
And I'm not discrediting you from running for mayor of Vallejo. I'm just saying, do what you're going to do.
Right. And I know it's not an easy feat. It's a hell of a task.
Oh boy.
And it takes a hell of a person
to step up and
do that.
So I commend you.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the commitment is to go towards when you actually make the difference, make a change. Help the people of Vallejo. Stop the violence. Get in there and do some changing.
Yeah.
Help us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't let reform them people. And I don't want to talk about it because I know they already sound like they're getting ready to cut me now. That's what they do. That's what they do. As soon as you get to talk about them, that's what they do. But and this is her time. We just go here and we're gonna go back to her.
Yeah. So Dre Day. I just wanted to just make sure that Dre Day was what I wanted to do for the people, what I wanted to do for the kids. It was for the kids, and it was successful. My Uncle Foster was city councilman. That was one thing I forgot to say. And my uncle ran for mayor as well. So again,
he's back in the day.
Yep. So he major staple in Vallejo, but I did run it by my uncle just to see what he thought, because he definitely inspires me and he backs me. So I ran it by him, and he didn't think it was a good idea, to be honest. He was like, the whole what comes along with that. He was concerned about what would come along
because of Drake's image.
Yes. So
you got to realize his image to his family is not up to par. They all look at him, goon,
thug,
prison, that's all they think about. Dre came home and employed us.
Yep.
He gave us jobs.
Right. But I didn't see that. And I didn't believe that because I just didn't see that. I just never felt that from him.
Word.
Yeah. So but despite what my uncle said, he was like, don't do it. I still did it. I wrote to the city council. I wrote a letter to the city council. I did everything with my own money. I got the insurance. You got to have the insurance to do something in the park.
Definitely.
I rented out the stage. I reached out to San Francisco, Oakland, wherever, boys and girls clubs everywhere. I did have a few people that was help. I have to give shouts out to Janae's mom, Tara. She did help also, and Betty Landers. Y'all, they did do their part. I can't negate that they did come together with me. I did want my niece to be part of it because I want her to feel what it's like to put something like that together. The idea was for her to
honor her dad,
but for her to be inspired by something like that, to know that you can do that. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted her to be a part of the process and know that you could do something so much more impactful in a positive way. At that time, I wanted her to know that she was still young, still 13 years old. So it was a lot of thought, and I'm still young. I'm only 22, 23. But I knew as an auntie, and I knew where my heart was, that I knew I needed to do that.
Kids at the time.
I had one.
You had your oldest. Okay,
so I knew that I had to. There was so much behind the reason why I did Dre Day.
Who is his father?
Who? My oldest son. He's some dude from Fairfield.
Wait a minute. We can't just say he's some dude from Fairfield while we on here talking. This is not on a conversation on the phone, Jah. You see how she just talked? Wait a minute. You can't blow us off. My fans and shit was like, wait a minute. I even said, wait a minute now.
He is nobody, literally.
Well, we don't need his name and nothing like that. But, was he was somebody if he got a baby.
He was a barber.
He was a barber. He's not a barber no more.
No. He got, I'm going to I said I'm going to be 100% transparent.
Yeah.
So what happened, he got caught up in the Thiz movement.
Wait a minute. Who is this? Don't tell me his name. Don't tell us his name.
But he got fucked up. The Thiz fucked his mental.
Pills.
Yep.
Like the real good ones.
Yep. Fucked him
back in the day when they was $20 a pill.
Yep. It fucked him
Woo!
up. So you won't ever catch me. I don't fuck with no drugs because I seen it happen.
Wait a minute now. Let's go here. I gotta ask you. So you didn't experiment?
I did half a pill and was scared.
Scared of what?
And I'm gonna tell you, and my brother gave me the pill, y'all.
Dre gave you the pill.
He gave me half a pill. I want to say it might have been on our birthday because we celebrated some birthdays when I was grown. We turned up. I did a rave. I did a rave. It was the night of the rave. And he had me do half. We was an excursion out here in Sac.
The white excursion. He got pulled over in that excursion with Kilo, Razor, Dre, and on Simon Street. My grandma and Margie Nelson had to come up to the pole. The whole do you know the BPD came to Simon Street and blocked off it because of his name?
Wow, I believe it.
They shut the block down.
Yeah,
Bucks and them. This before Bucks and them passed away. I'm sorry, Mama Fan them.
Yes, to both of them.
They came over. They had to drive over my grandma and Margie Nelson.
Yeah,
from that Kilo Mama.
Rest in peace to Margie too.
All of them dead. Yeah. I had to come up to the corner.
Yeah,
to clear all of their names.
Yeah, I believe it.
The whole VPD. Right.
You know them niggas was a terror. They were terrorizing.
Them niggas was some motherfuckers.
Yes.
The Cuddies at the time of the romper room. Mm-hmm. I was on the phone with Carlos. Mm-hmm. Carlos is another OG. He was on Simon Street. Javonna.
Yeah, I remember Javonna.
Carlos' brother. That's her brother, Carlos.
Okay. Yeah.
He called me the other day, and he said, Rob, I like what you're doing, little nigga. Woo, woo, woo. Mm-hmm. But we got to reminiscing. But he asked about I really don't want to say his name. I'm really trying not to forget the nigga. Birdie.
Rest in peace.
I was trying not to say it. He called me on the Birdie thing, and he was like, he was trying to find out, or he was asking me a couple of things about the Birdie thing, and I was like, whatever you know, it matches.
Ooh, that was horrible. I heard the story.
Yeah, it matches. So, and we went on about the Crest side. And the reason why I was bringing that up is because, we sitting here, we just chopping it up, man. It's just funny how, growing up, man, that neighbor, your brother and Kilo and Freaky D, Ronnie Wags, Big Don, all of that,
right?
That Leonard Street, and then Granny Boy, like all of that stuff. That's who I wanted to be like.
Yep.
I wanted to be like them so bad.
Yeah.
I would come outside the house, I would come outside the house and they driving Stangs and Impalas and Granadas and all of the, and you would say, ugh, slapping it. Mike Fish out there with the thing, with the thing. And
I done heard all the stories. I already know.
You know the stories. Duna is another one. I just want to drag in here real quick. Duna.
I just talked to him not too long ago.
Duna. When it happened, he went out there. When that happened to Furl, he was one of the ones that flew out, and he was avenging. I'm just gonna say it right, just like that, because a lot of niggas that sugarcoat the shit. He was going out there to avenge the murder.
Yeah.
Herc and them and all of that and whatever. But Duna would click clack and was going to do the damn thing, because he was one of the ones that if you say, I'm gonna take it back to this. Bloody Uppercutty.
Yeah, remember that for sure.
Dupree, shout out to Dupree and Duna. When you threw that out there, these two goons right here with boop 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 boop, for the Cuddies. So when that happened to your brother, to tie it in, Duna went out there to avenge. A lot of us, and I said it in the rap, a lot of us wish, we wish.
Yeah.
On a hope and a prayer, that we was capable of to be there and wanted to be there and all of that other stuff, to do that. But now, where we at now, and where we're going now, Jah, is basically to keep his name alive.
Right.
You know, again, this is not about him. This is about you.
Right. So as I was saying about Dre Day, right. I didn't finish that.
Right. I don't want to continue about Dre. That's why, you know.
But this is important because I always wanted to put this out here so y'all could really understand where it came from, because I ain't gonna lie, I felt some type of way how some shit unfolded with the whole Dre Day. So I did it the first year. It was successful. The news came out. My daddy was there. I had a lot of family. DJ Rail was the one. You know, it was. I'm not gonna lie and say which one, but I know that it was on the news and was in a newspaper. It might have been
Press Park.
It was actually at downtown at the not City Park, but right across from the ferry building. What do they call that now? The library park.
On Georgia Street?
Yep. I don't forget what they call that park. I just call it downtown.
Like Juneteenth.
Yeah, exactly. We do Juneteenth. That's what it was the first year. Uh-huh. So did it there. Duna slid up, that nigga pulled up, rolled through the whole shit. That nigga, this nigga campaigned, but I ain't mad because you know the people, they got excited or whatever. But anyway, so the kids, I had Dre lookalike, I had posters. I reached out to Kurt. Kurt gave me everything that I needed, from posters to CDs to shirts to everything I needed. So Kurt, I have to give it up to Kurt, despite how I feel about certain people. Kilo, Curtis Nelson has been solid to me. You know what I'm saying? Like anything I ever ask him for, he does give to me. He actually came to my wedding. Out of everybody that fuck with my brother, that say that his brother, that say that they, you know what I'm saying? All the shit that I hear people say, Kurt has really, really been there. Like really been around. Really, he speaks to me when he sees me. You know what I'm saying? He gives me a hug. He was at my daddy's funeral. So all these niggas.
You know, Kilo was there.
I know. You know, I've been on him, but I'm just saying all these niggas that say that that's their brother and all of this, that, and the other. I don't see it when it comes to like, do you really know? You don't know Dre like that then, if you don't know his family like Kurt did. Kurt been around to family functions. You feel me?
Right.
So I give Kurt, despite, you know, what people may say about him and everything like that, when it come to me, he showed me a different side of him.
Oh, so it's talk out there saying like, you know, it was about Kilo like in a negative way?
Well, you know, everybody got feelings about what happened to Dre.
Right.
Period. I mean, we got to address the elephant in the room that everybody gonna say the motherfuckers that's closest to you got something to do with what happened.
Well, let's just go right into it real quick. I wanted to save it for the last little bit, and I didn't want to go here, but let's just fucking eat it up. What happened? Like, let's go into it. Talk about it.
As far as what happened, as far as what I think that happened, or what I've been told, I've heard many different stories.
Well, okay, let me ask this question. And I know that I can't ask it a certain way, so let me think before I say, because I said,
yeah. It's a tough one, I know.
Do you think?
I don't definitely don't think the person that they say did it.
Well, do you think it was inside?
I feel like it's somebody close. Yes.
Do you think? I'm gonna leave it there. That's as far as we can go. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna be honest. I can't go too far because I'm inside. You inside. Yeah. And let's just leave it alone.
I feel
but like it was an inside thing. You feel like somebody on the inner circle know more
absolutely
than what they saying.
For surely.
We're gonna leave it right there for y'all in the media. I hate to do that to y'all, but we can't. I don't want to put her in a.
I don't know who did it. No, I don't. But just when you think about, and I know everybody, his fans and everybody else around, when you try to put the pieces of the puzzle together, you're going to come to anybody would interview the people that's closest to you. If a husband and wife, something happened to a husband, who are they going to go to first? They're going to go to the wife. You know what I'm saying? They're going to go to the person closest to you. Anybody that gets killed, the first person that they're going to go to is a person that knows your every move, that's around you every time, that knows how you will react.
It's 4 people.
Well,
I went too far with that. It's 4 people. That's it. That's all y'all gonna get out of me. But let's go somewhere else. So Dre
Day again. Okay, so
I don't even want to do Dre Day no more, because if we keep doing Dre Day, we're gonna talk about Dre.
Let me just say this. I do want to say this so you guys understand. Dre Day initially it started with me, and I did it for the first 3 years, and in the second year, my cousin Baby Rock got out, and he joined me in putting it on. We actually did it at oh dang, I'm trying to think of the pool. I can't even think of it. We did it at Richardson's. Yeah, that's a damn shame. And I am from Vallejo through and through. I just couldn't think of it.
I knew where it was at anyway. It's Floor Terrace, because that's Floor. Exactly. That's Floor Terrace.
So we did it there, and then we did it at the Crest Park. And unfortunately, that's the one where I kind of just because killings had happened at that one. Change was stole. It just was really chaotic.
Yeah.
There was some people, rest in peace, some people that lost their lives that night. And so that made me just kind of throw my hands up. Whew. But I'm going to say this, though. Dre Day continued on after that. But what kind of got me a little bit about it was I did reach out to my brother's mom, and I respect the fact in the beginning that she wasn't ready, because it was, for her, it was too soon. Right. For me, I was ready. If I felt like how you say Duna was ready for revenge. This is the closest thing that I could get. You know what I'm saying?
For revenge. Right. For revenge. I wanted to kill it.
Right. I just wanted to
kill with success.
Yes. That's how I wanted to do it. Yeah. So I can understand that. At first, it was like, ooh, it's too heavy for me right now.
Yeah.
Every year I asked her if she wanted to be a part of it, whether just to come out and speak. You know what I'm saying?
Do you let me ask you a question. Do you know who Renal Powers and all of the whole Strictly family over there? You know,
I know Renal Powers.
You know Renal Powers. You know Rick Nelson.
Yeah.
You know
I've interviewed him.
You interviewed Rick. Shout out to Rick Nelson and Renal Powers. Strictly Business Records. Yes. What about Drip? Drip is the one that was actually on. Dre mentioned him. I never, and they would never ever they never went into detail. So I
haven't met him.
You never knew who Drip was, but you know who I'm talking about.
I've heard the name.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So have you talked to Renal lately? Have you talked to?
I haven't. He's my friend on social media, but I haven't had a one-on-one with him. So somehow, some way, he's found me. So hey,
shout out to Renal. He I know he watching.
Yep. Let's connect. I definitely know your name and your story, because my cousin, shout out to Bump, I know somehow, some way they connected. And so, you know, hey, let's chit chat. Let's do some work. Come on, Hype Radio. Come on to the Queen's Table.
I got to get over there, just so y'all know. I'm going to be over there and I'm going to tell my story. I'm going to get over there and express what I need to express. I'm going to wrap this up, because I know they got to get out of here. It's what is it, 8:24? Oh, damn, we still young.
Right.
It's still young.
So, but I do, and I'm adamant about this, that I want to say, because it's been on my heart, that I did reach out to my brother's mom and wanted her to partake in every year. I paid that respect to include her every year. And then few years it was kind of Kurt and them was doing it, you know what I'm saying? And I went out there during those times at the Crest Park and stuff like that. And shout out to Booby included me when he did it. He would reach out and be like, hey, come out. But the one thing that was interesting to me is that with my brother's mom, she got into it, and we talked in between time. I would call her and talk to her about Janae.
She got into it with what?
She ended up getting into the Dre Day thing, where at first she was not feeling it.
Oh yeah, and that's when was that the one she took over?
Yeah. She wasn't.
What is that? What year was that?
I can't say what.
I know 2018 is when I came.
So I think she probably did it 16, 17 somewhere, where she stepped in and started doing it. Yeah. And we've had talks about it, and I was always supportive of her. We would talk about her getting in, and her face, and kind of just getting things in order for Dre, you know what I'm saying? Because it was really all over the place. So I had conversations with her about that. And then lo and behold, we would talk every blue moon, you know what I'm saying? But then lo and behold, she did the Dre Day. But the one thing that I can't lie and I can't hide my truth is it concerned me that she didn't reach back out to me and say, hey, I'm doing this. Would you like to partake in it? I had to, once it took place, I had to reach out to her and say, hey, can I get a ticket? You know what I'm saying? I'm asking, can I get a ticket? You got my number. We've been talking. What's up with that? Right. Like, I'm like, are you?
You felt like she took over. Okay, well, I'm gonna just say it. You felt like she left you out.
I felt like she did. I felt like she
cut you out the deal.
Yeah, and I don't know why. I really don't know why.
It was your idea.
It was my idea, and she knows that, because I came to her first with it.
Let me give you this one. 2018, y'all was there. I pitched at Coolio the Underdog. Coolio, shout out to Coolio. I pitched the Thizzle Dance contest. Mm-hmm. to Wanda and Coolio. And ears went up. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Right. 14 years go by and y'all never thought of a Thizzle dance contest.
Right.
I pitch it and it's, man, that's a good idea, Shop. Right. And I'll show you the shit in my thing.
Right.
That's a good idea, Shop. Get on stage and they turn it into everybody do the Thizzle dance. Just threw my whole idea out the way. Took my idea and turned it into theirs.
Yeah. Yeah.
So with that being said, and I'm not trying to step on you, Wanda, I just want to say this.
I mean, hey, everybody speak their truth. She gonna speak her truth, and she does speak her truth.
I just want to say this. I got multiple ideas. That was just one. Okay. Of how we can keep stuff ringing
fresh.
Because if you do it from a crest perspective, you'll have a bigger impact. If you keep trying to do it from over there, it's not going to be as big of an impact. We got a question real quick. What happened to Something Terrible? I don't think Something Terrible. You know Something Terrible?
So, yeah. You know, I'm not sure. From what I hear, he be wiggling around here in Sac. I've seen him a couple of times around, like at Walmart and stuff like that with Boss Hogg. So that's about all I know.
Any other major upcoming events that we can expect from Jah in the near future?
It's so hard to say with COVID. You know, it's like,
let's talk about the government and everything that's going on with the government right now as far as election and everything. Are you a Democrat? Or you just to clean everything up and before you get out of here? Are you Democrat or Republican?
Nope, I'm indie. I'm independent with everything. I'm indie.
So as far as Trump, I know it's X out of Trump. And what about Biden and Harris?
That's about the best that's happening right now. So yeah. I don't agree with a lot of things, but as far as on the card, if I got to pick, that's where my vote's gonna go.
Do you know anything about Harris and
she done
Biden?
Put niggas behind bars for nothing.
What about Biden?
He is really, the speeches and the campaign that I have is really skeptical. He seemed like he on some pedophile type. He seems real strange, and I don't really like the way he conveys himself. He's not very good at conveying what he's doing or what he wants to do. So I feel like
you don't think he's for the people? I heard he got an island over there next to Epstein.
Oh, I'm not sure about that. I'm still, right now with so much stuff going on, it's so hard for you to really get the tea on these candidates because news is infiltrated with so much of the pandemic, so much of, protesting.
Are you gonna vote?
Absolutely. I'm going to exercise it right.
Are you going to 100 years has passed since women have given the right to vote.
And that's why I'm voting.
We are still in a society that we are considered minorities and women, people of color, second and third class citizens. What's your take on that? How do you think we can make a change and a difference for those of minority and people of color and women? Is it like changing the Constitution, reform for the police departments? What do you think needs to happen out there?
Well, I first of all think that we need to work within our own communities. I think it starts with us first and educating and loving on ourselves first before we stretch out and we're trying to change government and things like that.
Absolutely.
I really would love, I'm really 100% behind the Black Panther Party. I would love to see the uprise. I ain't gonna lie, the uprise of that. And that boils down to community, and that boils down to us educating ourselves, our children, our sons, because we are the ones that are being picked off, killed off by ourselves.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
And not just us, because we're helping.
We're helping. It's not just us.
Yeah, we're helping.
But it is us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
And I really think that we got to correct the inner before we're reaching out and we're doing all of these things. Because I don't think everybody really understands truly police reform and really understand the Constitution and really understand their rights and all of politics. But I think if we work within and we invest in ourselves and knowledge of self and knowledge of how politics truly work, then we can at that point know and have a direct on what we're all voting for. We're on one accord on what we need to do to change. But I just know that I know change starts from within. We got to go back to the 60s and 70s and how we supported one another and how we
not Jim Crow 60s.
No,
70s.
not that part.
Please don't.
The part where we were community,
right?
Where we looked out for one another. Where my grandma, your grandma was on our ass and made sure we knew better, right from wrong. And we got to get back to that part of it, and then we can go somewhere. And then we can make moves in politics and governments. And then once we do that, we can put the right people, Black people, in position to speak for us on a higher level in politics. So I just feel like right now it's so convoluted. Yeah, we want reform. We want it now. All of these things sound great. All of these
reparations
and all of that. But we don't get our shit together. We're not going to get shit. It's nothing but another chant. You know what I'm saying? So I just really want us to, as a people, we really got to really work on ourselves and really.
What do you feel about WAP?
That's my song.
I know it's a good song, but as far as
what you know about WAD?
Now we're gonna throw the dick in there, right? The D is for dick, right? Let's not. I got a quick question. Lou Tamales is up here. He said there is an indie candidate running, but nobody ever mentions him.
Nobody ever mentions him. You're right.
I was one of the ones that was saying, about the indie candidate. I don't, because the candidate is not a Republican or a Democrat.
Right.
It's actually spliced in the middle.
Right. So. And that's the part that I'm saying now with all of this stuff going on, you have to literally do the research, but you got to figure out how to do the research in order to find out who the indie is and what are their views. You really got to do the research. And if you don't know better, then you don't know what you're really looking for.
Exactly.
And because you're not able to campaign, the campaigning is not like it usually is 4 years ago before Trump got in office and you had all of these different people giving their perspectives and then you can go do the research and everybody had, their different opinions. It's just right now, people are blind unless you are really digging in and opening up a book. You know what I'm saying?
Not even necessarily a book. If you just out there watching the news, me personally, I get on the news, I watch the news, and I don't listen to the messenger. I listen to the message. I try to extract out what I can get to help me on my day-to-day life.
Yeah.
Because right now we got smoke in the air. We can't breathe.
Right.
You out there. You got mask on day to day. COVID-19.
It's hot as shit.
It's hot as hell.
111, 113 degrees.
So you're struggling to breathe right now. And
people is unemployed at an all-time high.
And they're taking away the mailboxes the thing to put your ballot in.
Yeah.
To vote.
Yeah.
And this is all a part of, they plot or plan to control
New World Order.
So and what's your take on all that? Like, how do you teach your kids to have balance, to find some type of balance in all of this stuff?
That's a great question. And
before you answer that, I have to run to the bathroom. I do. So let me go.
This cat.
So let me go. I'm gonna be honest. But do y'all want some more of this right here? This last
but do you want some? No, I'm still trying to get with this.
Yeah, he over here. He over here like, man, I ain't did that. Yeah, I just restroom real quick. I'll be right back.
Whew.
Oh.
Hey y'all. It's hot up in this thing. Beaming. Willie beaming.
Y'all live. Live in this thing. I thought you was like
Look at him, the R&B. R&B cat.
I'm sorry about that. I had to go use the restroom.
He had to go take a piss.
I had to go use the restroom, y'all. I'm sorry about that. second break of the show. Listen, right. Y'all. Listen, y'all. First off, this is my show. I can do whatever I want on my show. When you niggas get a show, then y'all can show it. So I got a lot going on. I got Gourmet Good Grubs going on. I got the podcast thing going on. This is Shop Studios. I want to do more work with you. I feel the energy. I feel the excitement. I feel like we can like really take an audience to another level. So let's go ahead and network and come up with some type of game plan.
Sounds good to me.
And give the audience some entertainment.
Yeah.
Because we kind of cool.
Yeah.
The charisma is there. You know what I mean? So so anyway, to tie it all together and so that way time don't flow over and I don't keep you guys from what you guys got to do tonight.
That boy said, "There go the singer."
Lou Vallejo. I can't shake Vallejo. He saved my life. This is Vallejo at its finest.
That's our support.
And that's our support. They the ones that's gonna tell us we good or bad.
Right. Absolutely.
If them niggas will tell us raw too. Nah, cut it, y'all. But
I don't got it.
But as far as everything that you're doing, I commend you. You know what I mean? I give you a double A in my class because I want to do what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know, I want to do it right along with you and do it as much as I can. A radio personality was one thing that I felt like, you know, using my vocals for something different beside the booth. You know what I mean? Like, and then the message that you can become an impact for our culture, our heritage.
Yeah, our community.
Our communities.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like we can be a voice. We can provide comfort with our voice.
A
platform to produce other platforms.
Yep.
You know, you can create from so many different avenues from just, you know, your voice. And you have to get out there and vote, y'all. I don't want to tell you I'm not going to vote. This is what I'm going to tell y'all about the voting thing. I just want to clear this up because a lot of people are like, what is going on with Rob with the thing? Because I do this on the internet and a lot of people see me. Voting for me right now, I want to do a non-republic or non.
So you want to do independent as well?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I don't believe in republic. I don't believe in Democrat.
Shit, they can't even get it together.
Yeah.
Where my stimulus? Where is our what's up with all the monies and y'all ain't y'all can't even figure it out. Shit. Why would I go Republican or Democrat and y'all can't get it together?
This she jumped right into the money.
Yeah.
Now, reparations real quick.
Yeah.
Reparations for me is clearing your medical debts. Yeah, reparations for me is making sure that if you need land to build a house because our ancestors didn't have land, okay, that's reparations. Making sure your medical debts is all clear 500 years plus because we passed the 400-year mark. Everybody keeps saying the 400 years for ancestors and all that. Let's clear this up. It's actually 5+ that our ancestors went through this. Jim Crow and all of that other stuff.
Right.
I said it in the thing. 1867 or 1876. First 20 Africans, purebloods, that were not African Americans, they were purebloods that came to this continent, and they were enslaved. But this was the land of the free, home of the brave, and the land of opportunity and all that other stuff. Declaration of Independence. Anyway, Jah came in tonight. She gave us so many different jewels. We bounced around, and the reason why we bounced around because it's all auto. I didn't want to come in here and read a script and so what did you do when you was? No, I don't want to do that.
Right.
I didn't want to do it. I wanted to come in here and just let her just give it to us. And she gave it to us. You know, she didn't, it wasn't scripted. She didn't write anything down. She wasn't intimidated by anything I was asking her because I thought she would be. I thought I would press a line. You know, I didn't want her to talk about situations that had somebody else involved and I didn't get the clearance from them other parties for her to talk about that. But she's who she is, and she's a grown woman, and she makes the decision on her own. She don't need clarification from nobody. But I, respecting the game, would do so due to the fact that other parties are involved in her life.
Right.
But she cleared it up for us. She gave us the Boss Hog thing. She gave us the Dre thing. We got more to go with the Dre thing. And we got more to go with Jah. I'm gonna end it tonight because I know she got to do it. She got.
Did you want to get this letter? Because you made me go to the car.
I do want to get the letter.
Okay.
I do want to get the letter. She got a jewel for me, but before she get out of here, I just want to make sure everybody, my audience, know that you know, the things that she talked about is from the heart. You know, she didn't come in here and have a game plan of what we were gonna do or none of that. So y'all got everything raw. It was raw. It was unscripted, unrehearsed, and she gave it to her out of her heart. And she gave it to me versus anybody out there. She could have did this years ago. She could have gave up this sauce, but she did it here on Cut the Radio. You got to hear first.
That part.
Well, let's get the letter. She got a letter here from Furl. Furl used to write her back in the day in the federal penitentiary at Lompoc. So we got some good stuff.
Yeah.
So let's get that.
Okay. All right.
And she has some pictures in there. I don't know if she want to do the pictures, but
yeah, we ain't gonna do the pictures. But I can read this for you. You can see the pictures, but we'll read this. So, this is one of several letters I had. So my brother used to write me all the time. He used to call me too at my grandma's house, just to check on me and make sure I was good. So, I'm gonna go ahead and get into this one. So
here we go.
And as you see right there, MD baby. All right, so.
That's funny.
It starts off with, what's really, girl, you have really changed. I got your letter and was impressed by your articulation and penmanship. Girl, you got skills like your big brother. That's good. And I'm hella proud of you for staying focused and graduating. Remember, if you don't know much, you can't do much. Well, as for me, I'm just reading and writing, trying to knock these last few months out the way so I can go on about my business. When I touch down, I'll be off parole, so I'll be able to run my company the way it's supposed to be run. You dig? I haven't seen Janae since I've been down. Mom started to be best that I waited so she wouldn't get used to coming to see me in prison. That could have a long-term effect on her mental. So I'll be barking at her on a chirper from time to time. It's cool, though. You got to give up the numerals so I can slide through your tilt by way of AT&T. Baby Jaw, which y'all know that's Sherrod, Baby Rock.
Wow.
In here acting a fool. So they was locked up together. The cousins was locked up together in Lompoc. He's stupid, doo-doo dumb, for real. He showed me your grad photo in the Times Herald back in June. I told him that you was grown now. He started cracking up. Check this out. All I want you to do is call Janae from time to time and check on her and let her know you love her, you know, be a good auntie. You got that? Cool. I'm going to get back at you real soon. Tell everybody I said what that is and holler back. Much love sent from your big brother, MD.
You couldn't get that nowhere else.
Yeah.
You couldn't get that nowhere else.
And this one means so much to me. He wrote many of them but the one where he just talks about my niece always hits my heart. Because that's my heart, you know what I'm saying? And she forever in my prayers. So
you couldn't get that nowhere else, man. Wow. I seen his penmanship. Like I could read it while she was like reading.
You can tell that's Dre penmanship. Yeah.
That came from him, man.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a jewel.
Yeah.
That's a jewel dropped on me, man. And that's something that I didn't expect. I didn't expect that. I'm actually over. I'm finna go talk about it. I'm gonna brag. I'm gonna talk some shit, nigga. Because I rocked stages with Cuddy, and was in the crest with the Cuddy, but never got a letter from him, and didn't know how he was doing while he was doing that time. And but I knew what Kilo was going through because I'm, Margie Nelson. That's my, you feel me? So. I had a taste of what they was going through in the federal system. Yeah. I had a taste of it. So, but yeah, man, it was good for you to come in here again, man.
Let me give y'all one last gem. So this is a baby picture.
Wow. Here we go.
I don't know if y'all can see. This is Dre when he was a baby.
Make sure y'all get that in there.
See?
Here. Let me move this out the way. Let me give this to them.
That's baby Dre right there.
Wow. They ain't got this. Not even Trio TV 1, 2, or even 3 coming out soon. Got this. Let me go ahead and get
right. You can tell this here.
Let me get a hand of that.
Wait. You might be with them people.
No, wait a minute now. Let me have that for myself.
We got to negotiate.
Well, I'm not trying to sell him. I just want him. Well, he on here, so I'll be able to snap a screenshot. But I got the screenshot. But I'm gonna get the screenshot. I'm gonna get that screenshot now. Jah came, and it's a blessing. It's definitely a blessing, man, to come in here and for you to just open up. We got many more to go. We definitely got many more to go. I'm gonna come over there.
Yes.
Hype Radio.
Queen's Table. Definitely
gonna sit down and give y'all my baby mama and PJ and all of the stuff that because don't nobody really know unless I tell them Joe go.
So my daddy and your mama was folks. You know that, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Rest in peace to both of them.
Yeah, Deb and Mr. Hicks was definitely a
it was my Uncle Foster, the one who brought it to my attention because they had did the
thing.
Yeah,
I got the pictures.
Yeah,
you was there.
Yes.
Yeah, I got the pictures
for our parents and my Uncle Foster.
Because I stood up and did the thing with PJ.
Yeah,
I was there. See, that's the thing. We had did the thing at Corpus Field.
It was a track meet that was dedicated to victims Hicks, of violence
in Vallejo at the time, and we did it. Man, that's what's up. Let me get out. Let me let Jah and everybody get out of here. I appreciate you coming in, Jah. I really do, man. I love y'all, and thank you for coming here and dropping these jewels, man. I really do. I appreciate that.
You know what it is already.
Damn, it just make me feel so buttery inside. I'm finna go brag now. Now you motherfuckers gonna cost to talk to me. No, I'm just playing. Jah, get out of here, man. Have a good night.
Yes.
Love you, baby girl.
For sure.
Yeah.
Much love. Yeah.
Oh, man. That's what's up, man. That's gonna be. They gonna love that.
Good interview.
They gonna love that, man.
Got a lot of information on it.
Yeah. I wanted her to spill it without me writing down. And her phone, I don't know how your phone just did this, but your phone was on low percent the whole entire time. Smoking came back.
I know.
And still didn't cut off.
Man,
nigga, mine cut off.
It's a new phone. That's why.
I hate your
phone. I was in struggle mode for a long time.
iPhone what?
It's I got the 11.
I got the 11 too.
But mine new. I just literally got a couple of days ago, so it's probably just
because I just got this like a month ago.
A month.
Yeah. My other phone didn't hang nothing like this. It would have been off soon as it was at that end.
I mean, I'm on the last little juice, but I know you juiced up now. You got to be on juice. You got so much juice on you.
Yeah, I'm good to go. I'm in the green.
God damn, Jah.
That was dope though.
Yeah.
Okay, we gotta work something out and figure out a
day. When we do interviews, I don't want to talk about your brother. It ain't about your brother.
No.
I use a lot of your brother in a reference, but it's not about him. Your story is much deeper.
But that was a good interview that needed to have a lot of information.
I want to
went on, but
what I was trying to get your audience to do is know who you are, and my audience know that I know who you are.
Right.
That's what that was.
Right.
Yeah, we get ready to smoke that. I just wanted my audience to know I know who you are.
Right.
They know I'm from the Crest. They know I'm from Simonton Street, and I got this on my arm. Like this shit is real.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm from Simonton Street.
Right.
You feel me? Like I know the meetings with the arm on the thing, and they had the bats on them. I see all the pictures. Right. I know everything.
Right.
I mimic them. I stole Kilo jacket that said Rapper Room with the eyes and the cigar. I was at I didn't do this on the thing, but I was at. We're gonna do it on iHeart or your radio thing. I was at Bethel with the I was crisscross. I wore everything backwards.
Wow, that's funny. So I did Dre. I for Halloween, I actually did the whole Dre. I had this whole fit on. I was tomboy. I still got a little of it in me. Right. But
you still there ain't no way around it, nigga. Let's not. And I didn't want to. We didn't do that on the thing, but nigga, you still look like a nigga. Cut those like a motherfucker. Like there's no type of throw. No type of feeling in your
side. Yes, I do.
Yes, I do. Look at you. Look at you.
I'm not as tomboy as I used to be.
Gucci and what you want to be thugged out for? Nigga, you look like Yuck Mouth. Gold grill.
I'm done with you. But yeah, let's link something up on one of these days. Find out what kind of
what are you doing on? But see, you got a radio thing on Thursday. Yeah. So tomorrow you getting ready to be in here.
Yeah.
So it's too soon.
Yeah.
I think it's too soon to just jump in there.
Yeah.
Because we ain't gave him a time to. Because it was really a spur of the moment interview.
Mm-hmm.
But we gave them just enough time because they remedial right now and everybody's at home.
Mm-hmm.
We gave them just enough time to bop them.
Right.
With a quick, and that's why everybody tuned in.
Right.
You know how many views that's it right now?
I don't, but I'll see.
You will see.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll circle back and we'll find out a day and we'll come with a concept on how we gonna.
Just interview me. Just ask me to say it. Just let's. My fingers. I gotta put a band-aid on. I actually ripped my finger the other day. I'm a chef. It happens. I get burned all the time. Yeah. What's wrong with you? Ooh.
Yeah.
Better tighten up and lighten up. Ederays. Oh yeah, y'all should come. Ederays. Okay. But I'm a private chef caterer, so I'll come to you and I'll you buy, I fry. I do it all, seafood and all. So you do it all. I do it all.
Shit. Well, I gotta come to Ederays though. I haven't.
Ederays ain't nothing I can do. I can do that myself. Don't go to Ederays. Come to me. Okay. Call me. Okay. That's what you need to do. Call Shot Rock. I had a good time. I had a real good time. I'm finna break. I'm really talking shit. I had a job, nigga. Can't nobody get her and you gotta pay to get this girl. This girl ain't free.
That part. You done with this?
I'm trying to tell y'all.
Oh, you want me to carry it? Okay.
You gotta pay to get this woman.
That part.
You sit around her all day. She ain't shit. But no, you gotta pay to get her.
He better not think I ain't shit.
No, you know what I mean. No, you know what I mean. You know what I mean, though. That's like you know what I mean? Like, no, I don't. I mean, no disrespect. This is not Mac Dre's sister. This is not Mac Dre's sister to you. You just around. This is a woman to you. You see what I'm saying? But other motherfuckers look at her, nigga. This nigga was around Dre's sister. You push that line, and then she's beautiful. So you really could lie and do some other shit. Nah, nigga. I was fucking with her back in the day. We talked. She liked me, nigga.
All right, well, we finna get out of here.
Yeah, I'm finna smoke that weed.
Oh, y'all? Oh, my bad.
We finna go
I'm going outside with y'all.
Okay. Damn. Where you going? Your kids is good.
They are and grown.
I can't even smoke with the nigga. He's supposed to listen to some music. He's supposed to do some stuff. Damn. You so. Yeah, we gonna come back up here. I just want to listen to. Yeah, you can. I don't know. I'm gonna actually play some. We got a minute. Yeah.
Okay, we can't play it.
We got a minute. We done with the interview. I just wanted to wrap up the interview. I just want to get you loose. Get out of there. You know, it's 8. It's 9 o'clock. I don't want to interview for 3 hours. This ain't no goddamn.
No, you lose interest. Yeah.
But it was still. I can carry an interview for 3 hours with my silliness. I really could. But I don't want to because it's not about me. When the interview is about me, then it's okay. But no.
I was in jail. I did 90 days at the ranch. So I know. I did some. I'm not. I'm with the Lavish D side. Just to let you know, I'm with the Lavish D side. I fuck with the Lavish D side, like the rest of the Cuddies. I don't fuck with the Mozzie side. I'm gonna tell you why. Mozzie was some bullshit. All that whole shit is some bullshit. Yeah, man, Lav, that's my bro. Yeah, so the podcast is over with. So now we're gonna get off into some music shit. So you got some shit that you said you got some shit right here, right? Is it online or do we gotta look it up? Online or whatever. I mean, you got some beats. What you got?
Oh, some songs.
You got songs.
Like
okay.
Music.
Yeah, YouTube. You on YouTube?
Yeah, you can go.
Well, come over here, right here. Come right over here.
Trying to sip it. He was trying.
This nigga got that same drink.
Me too, though.
1972
I
drink.
don't even drink, bro. I sing and shit, bro.
That's what I'm trying to get you to do. That's what I want to hear. Your vocals.
I'll play some shit.
Play some shit. Give me some shit. Give me some spice now. Cut all this off. Play the song that you